compartilhe nossos vídeos, se inscreva no canal e deixe seu like. Desde já agradecemos.
When the person has the legs wrapped around your waist, if you have to be on the bottom, you want to have the opponent inside of your legs like this. Just for the record, if you're inside a person's leg and the legs are not crossed, if it's just like this, you could simply walk over the legs and find yourself on the mounted position, which is the most advantageous for you. However, if the person does cross the legs and keep the legs snug or tight around your waist, you can't just push him down. So what we're going to see now is how to escape from the legs wrapped around the waist. And the first thing you want to do here is to put one hand on the person's bicep like this, on the opponent's bicep, and then put your leg up. Okay? When you put your leg up, a gap is going to happen inside of his leg. So I put my leg up and my hand can now turn. I turn my body slightly sideways so that my hand can go under, and I will wiggle my shoulder underneath his leg, all the way under the shoulder. From this point, my hand will reach out and grab the cloth. If he has a jacket, I'll grab the jacket. If he doesn't, I'll just hold over the shoulder. The idea is the weight of the leg is being carried by my body, not by my arm. I will grab the cloth, shift the position of my legs, putting the back leg up and the front knee down on the ground. And from here, I want to drive his knee towards his head this way, so that I can then put the elbow on the ground and then let my weight come across the side, establishing my position at this point. So the leg goes up, I'm in this position, hold the arm, put the leg up, find myself in base so that he cannot just push me to the side and throw me off balance. So I'm going to spread my legs, center my balance at this point, leg up, then turn my body sideways, bring the hand inside of the leg, right on the curve of the knee. That's what you want to work on, right here. Right. Lower my shoulder so that the shoulder is underneath the knee. If the person keeps the legs crossed like this, as I grab the cloth and as I drive the weight to his head, the knee goes to his head, I shift the leg so that I have better support with the back leg. And as I bring the weight to his head, it gets so uncomfortable, the pressure on his back gets so uncomfortable as I bend his spine that way that he has to open the leg. Then I'll plant the elbow on the ground and then stabilize my position across the side like this. So I fall in this person's leg. If the legs are not crossed, I'll just walk over. 1, 2, I'm set. If he does cross the legs, I will put the leg up, thinking of my balance, no rush, hold the arm. This hand goes inside of the leg, inside of the leg. I will lower my shoulder. Sometimes I will use my knee to wedge his leg here so that he can't go down, while I'll slide my shoulder. So my knee is actually helping to put his leg up on my shoulder. Actually, my knee is helping. When I grab to this position here, I'll drive the weight forward until he opens the leg. Then I'll establish my base here and relax it this way or this way. Just take your time. Do the same thing on the other side here. Leg up. My hand goes inside of the leg. Don't muscle with the arm. Be sure to lower the shoulder so that my arm is not using the stress to pass the guard from escape from between his legs. The weight is all on my shoulder, not on my arm. The arm is very relaxed. As I get up here, I shift the legs so that the natural position now makes the weight lean towards his head. Get a hold on the grip on the cloth here and let the body weight come down, elbow on the ground, and then establish the position across the side here. One more time, please. So from here, hold one arm, leg up, the hand goes inside of the leg, lower my shoulder. I'm using my knee to help that knee up my shoulder here. The arm is relaxed. Reach for the collar. If he doesn't have a collar, I'll just find his shoulder, shift the legs, and drive his knee towards his head to a point that he can't hold it anymore. He opens the legs. I'll slide the body weight down, put my elbow on the ground, and establish my position here. At this point, if the person wants to push me out or muscle me out of here, all I want to do is just right and establish my base. There's no rush. I can just stay here. Let him wear himself out and just kind of ride along for a little bit. From this position here, once he tries to push me out, and I allow myself the time to resist that, I'm going to push his knees away. In case he has a leg on my way here, I'll just clear it out of the way. And then mount to get what I want to be, which is the mounted position, which is the ultimate position for me in a fight. If I'm here, trap the arm, leg up, hand on the same side goes inside of the leg, lower my shoulder, the hand now finds the collar, turn the legs around, drive the weight to his neck until he gets so unbearable he has to open the leg. Then I'll put my elbow on the ground and establish my position here. He tries to push me out, I'm just going to use my hands to establish my base, or put this hand on this side, on the back of his hip like this. Then eventually change the position of the legs, push his legs out of the way, and mount. Back on the mounted position. So, as you see, the person can be on the bottom here. He could be doing a lot of different, chokes and different attacks and different arm locks and things on that line. Right now, I'm looking from the point of view from the person in my position who knows what he's doing. I mean, the person in my position here is the one that does know Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. If the layman on the bottom, all the thing he's doing now is keeping the legs crossed, I'm finding a way to technically avoid that. So that's the idea when you find, when you find yourself in somebody else's legs, is to hold one arm, leg up. He doesn't know what to do here. He's just holding with the leg. I bring my hand inside of the leg, lower the shoulder, go around, go to shift the legs, and establish my position here to mount and keep this kind of base. That's what I want. From here, I'll push his knees out of the way and mount the leg. Okay. One of the things that will occur as you're practicing these movements is sometimes your partner is going to hold the leg very tight. He's going to hold tight, and you're going to find that to bring this hand inside of the leg, it gets very difficult to bring the hand in. So you're going to find yourself having to use strength on the arm, which is not what you want. Remember that the idea behind all the techniques that we're seeing is to find an easy way to execute and accomplish the position that you're looking for. If it takes strength, something is not quite right. So you put your leg up, turn your body, hold the leg tight please. I'm going to turn my body sideways so that the groove of his legs will go like this, will get out of sync from my hip. Right now he's got a perfect fit with the curve of the knee around my waist. But when I put my leg up and turn my body sideways, a little gap happens right here on the knee. So I'm gonna bring my hand on the bend of the knee, hold the leg tight, and he's holding my leg, my waist very tight. Hard for me to bring my hand in. I will bring my knee back down to the ground. I'll put my hand on the ground, and he's holding tight with the legs. But my hand stays on the ground. As I move my body away, his knee slides towards my shoulder. And I didn't have to push my hand in, but instead I move my body back. From this position here, this hand can feed the cloth to this hand. Shift the leg, again driving the weight to his neck until he opens the leg, elbow on the ground, and lift the body weight across the side, establishing my position. And then sometimes this hand goes to this side so that this leg does not go underneath my body. I'm blocking his arm, his leg with my arm. Push the knee away and mount the leg. So if the person is holding the legs very tight, you want to put the leg up and turn your body sideways. So it escapes from that little fit, the tight fit that you have on the joint of the hip against the waist. When I turn my body, a little gap happens right here on the bend of the knee. Hand will go in. This much is okay. From here on, it's going to be difficult if he's holding very tight. My hand is going to be kind of tight to lower, yeah. And I cannot bring my knee under to help his knee to slide up. It gets very tight, very difficult. So you put your knee back on the ground and rest your hand on the ground. Be sure that you don't drive your hand in. It takes a lot of effort to do that. Keep your hand on the ground. Keep your hand on the ground and move your body back. Slide away from it so that the knee automatically comes up to my shoulder. My hand didn't push in. I just stayed with the hand. I moved my body away. But now his leg is here. The fact that he's holding on tight with his own legs makes the knee come up to my shoulder. The hand grabs the cloth, feed it to the other hand, walk around. I drive the knee to his head so that he has to uncross the legs. When he opens the leg, my elbow goes on the ground. Let go of his legs. I'm always relaxed. Establish my position here on top of him. Bring the hand back if it needs be. If he tries to push me to the other side, I can use my hands. The trick is to rest the weight on top of the person here and be very relaxed. Be sure that your weight is centered on his chest so that the whole body is real loose and he feels the maximum weight. The hand controls from this side to this side. And turn. In case his legs are on your way, you clear the legs out of the way, and then the foot goes over to bring you back to the mounted position. One, the hand goes in. Two. He's holding tight. My knee goes to the ground. Hand on the ground. Be sure that you don't work with this on his thigh. It's harder to force his leg open here. Your arm should be on the bend of the knee, right on this area. That's where you want to do the entrance of the arm. Not inside of the person's thigh here. Leg up, turn your body sideways. The hand goes on the bend of the knee. Stay at the bend of the knee. Hand on the ground, knee on the ground. His legs are holding tight. As I walk around him, my hand didn't push. My shoulder was lowered so that the leg I brought up to my shoulder. Feed the cloth to the other side. Lift the back leg because that makes my weight tilt forward. I'm relaxed, very relaxed. He's pushing me back with the legs, but there's not just a weight. My own body weight is going to make him feel uncomfortable. He opens the leg. Very relaxed at all times. Establish your base here. Push the knees away. And bring the leg over to the mounted position. That's the goal, is to get to the mounted position. So for a little recap, trap the arm. Put the leg up. and the hand will go inside of the leg. Remember to find a comfortable position to bring your arm inside. Lower the shoulder, the arm is relaxed, grab the collar, walk around, let the weight slide down, and rest the weight on top of the opponent. That's what you want. After you establish your position here for a little bit, push his legs out of the way and mount this way. Sometimes when you're getting ready to pass the guard and you do this move or bring your hand inside, the opponent could just open the leg like this. If he opens the leg and lowers the leg, you could just simply walk over his leg like that, push this leg out of the way, and be mounted. That would work. So I'm here, put the leg up. As I'm trying to go this way to pass the guard, he opens the leg. I can just walk over his leg and mount. Or I could be doing this. As I get lower to pass the guard here, he opens that leg and lifts his leg kind of high. So it's okay to let go of this arm, bring it inside of his leg, and totally change sides on him to establish a base this way. Sideways we sit, push the leg out of the way, and back on the mounted position. One more time, please. So as you put the leg up to pass the guard and the hand goes inside, as I get ready to lower my shoulders, he might uncross the legs and leave the other leg kind of high. My hand will go underneath it, across the side. I'm here. Establish my position. Push the legs out of the way and back on the mounted position. This, hold the arm, leg up, the hand is going inside. He holds the leg very tight. I can't get me to put my knee on the ground, hand on the ground. As I walk around and get to this, he opens the leg on the other side. My hand can go under and do this, lay across the side, clear the legs out of the way, and mount. Hold the arm, leg up. The hand goes inside, turn your body sideways, lower the shoulder. If he opens the leg and leaves the leg very low, it's okay to just walk over. If the leg is low, it's okay to just step over with your knee here. 1, 2, 3, and mount. In other words, the plan is to escape from inside of his legs and mount on him. When the opponent is holding tight and keeping you close and holding the legs very tight and moving you out of balance, plus attacking your neck with chokes and things on that line, the option is to grab the cloth or hold the arms if he doesn't have a cloth and stand up. 1 leg, 2 legs. From this position now, I am out of reach from the arm lock, from the arms for choking me from this position. So what you want to do is that you want to grab both collars with the same hand. When he uncrosses the legs, my knees will squeeze his legs in so that his knees are squeezed in and the feet are pointing out like that. So that my hand can go inside of his leg, lower my shoulder in, grab the cloth, and walk around, leaning across the side, pushing his knee away, and bringing the leg over. when you get up and you grab the cloth here, you want to get comfortable with the idea of holding this so that he doesn't grab your feet with his hands and pushes you back. So it's like I'm riding here. My knees are bent. I'm holding the collar, and I'm going to keep myself, if need be, pulling forward. Pull myself forward so he doesn't push me back. I'm going to keep this position. If he keeps the leg crossed, my hand will go inside of his leg. I'll put my hand on the knee, and then I'll pry his leg open. Trap the knee with this. Grab the cloth. Walk around and let my body weight rest on top of him. Elbow on the ground. Establish my base here. This hand again can be on this side, or if need be, we move it to the other side so that we prevent this leg from going underneath me. Okay, my arm is on the ground, flat hand on the ground, under the leg. So I can turn sideways, push the legs out of the way, and mount the leg. Once again then, grab the collar, put the leg up, stand up here. If you are in a comfortable base, look, the weight is on the legs, on my hip. I'm not muscling him. I'm in a comfortable stance here that the person can easily grab onto me here. I'm out of reach, he can't choke me. I got the collar with one hand. That's the move. The legs will come in and snug his legs this way. So if he grabs my feet and tries to push me back, I have the hands to support myself from falling back. And this hand will fly back. Grab the cloth. I want to keep this snug so that I can come down with this and keep the weight close to him. Establish my position. Change the legs. Push it away. And mount the leg. Here. 1, 2. Heads up, out of reach from him. That's the move. From here, the hand will go inside the leg, on my knee, pry the leg up, trap the leg. This is helping here to trap his leg. My head is also controlling his knee. From here, I walk around, go around, elbow on the ground, establish my position on the side, turn the knee, move the legs out of the way, into the mounted position. Grab the collar. This position. Base. From here, the hand. He opens the legs to try to push me back with the knee, but I'm riding along here. My knees are flexed, are mobile. I grab the grip on the collar. The knees are squeezing in. Everything is controlled. This hand goes behind. Keep it tight. Grab the cloth. Knee goes down. Keep it tight. Elbow on the ground. Establish my position. The hand pushes the legs out of the way and mount the leg. Back in the mounted position. Continue here. 1, 2. If the person is holding me very tight and has got a good grip on me here, you could lift him up and hit him on the ground. It's a very dangerous move for the person on the bottom. To lift him up and bang, hit him on the ground. So the defense for the person on the bottom would be to uncross the legs. Because when he uncrosses the legs, I can no longer pick him up. He's too heavy on the ground now. So now that he uncrossed the legs, I have the grip on the cloth. The hand goes back. Grab the cloth. Walk around. Down. Establish my position. Yeah. Push the knees away and mount the legs. From here, grab the cloth. 1, 2. If the person drops the knee very low, you can just put your knee over. Elbow on the ground. Push the other knee away. And you're in the mounted position. So I got up. He does this move, lowering the knee very much. My knee is already here. All I gotta do is put the knee on the ground. Take advantage of that. Elbow on the ground. Play the weight across the side. Stay very, establish your position here. Then this hand pushes the knee away and mount. On the other side, the same thing. I got up. He lowers his knee. I don't want his foot to go in my hip, huh? We don't want to give him a chance to do that. So when I'm here and he lowers the knee, my elbow will prevent that leg from getting established here. My elbow will hold him off until my knee has a chance to slide over. Elbow on the ground. Drop the weight. Establish your base here. Push his knee away. And mount the leg. Like we did on the ground, sometimes when you get ready to pass the guard this way, and you're going for this, he might want to open up the other leg. You can go under, grab the cloth, and change sides on him. Base, push the knee away, and mount the leg. So from here, get up. I'm getting ready to pass the guard here. And when I get to there, he start opening the other leg. My hand can go under his arm. I'm sorry. My hand goes under the leg. Go across, and then across the side. Establish the position and mount the leg. Remember that you should follow these sequences slowly and repeat as many times as possible, because getting used to do the techniques relaxed gets the mechanics, you get the habit of getting the mechanics of down, and that's what you want over and over, so that you can be very comfortable with this kind of calm sequence, with the calm repetition. That's what's going to develop in you, the reflex. So as you increase the speed of the movement, because you've done it so many times, it's going to become easier for you to execute the moves. Fazer uma vezinha mais rápida aqui. Então, now we're going to do a sample of the same movement a little faster, so that you can have an idea of the alternatives that you might develop as you do that. So first I'm going to pass the guard on my knees. Huh? From here. Now using the option of standing up. The headlock is not the most technical way to win a fight. However, for those who lack better technique, it's probably one of the most widely used finishing holds. Don't worry.
Compartilhe nossos vídeos, se inscreva no canal e deixe seu like. Desde já agradecemos.